Cool, we're live here. Finally, I got this thing to work. I got to tell you guys, sometimes going live, like not at home, is a struggle. But I think if I haven't told you already, the Wi-Fi mouse is super duper slow. So, and I can't upgrade. So here we are. Just here to answer some questions. If you're watching this at a later date, you can go ahead and leave a comment about your question, and I'll do my best to answer that later. And I typically get to it pretty fast. But you know, just for reference there. It's been a tough week, but in a good way. I've been learning a ton about JavaScript. Of course, I already knew JavaScript, knew it, but just improving my JavaScript and, you know, just doing the old web development thing. But I'm really going from how can I say, a professional to an expert, and that's my goal. So thanks for coming. And if you guys are here, it looks like I'm not getting any chats. But if you guys are getting chats, let me know. Or if you're sending a chat, you know, if you haven't sent any chats, let me know by sending a chat, because it looks like it's not coming through, which can be frustrating. Yeah, there we go. Sultan Tech, haven't seen you here for a while. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I've been working on front-end masters, trying to get the front-end development track done there for work, because I'm always have troubles like with arrays, and by troubles I mean like challenges with arrays, and deepening the debugging for a lot of my programs that I'm writing there. It's pretty hard to go from like a course, right? And then you actually have to put it in real life. But if you go from course to real life, it tends to be a lot less painful, rather than waiting or going on to another thing to learn. So that's what I'm working on right now. Pretty soon here, the programming group will be in at this actual coffee spot, and I'll be doing that. That's something I should probably tell you guys, if I haven't told you already. If you're able to meet in person, I mean, you don't have to go to every meetup or every like developer conference, but if you're able to just go meet a few here and there, it's going to be great for your career, and also for, you know, for your personal development, social skills, and development skills. So Sultan Tech says, I'm trying to learn programming, but I'm looking for free resources. Well, you know, free resources are great. Sometimes paid resources are worth the investment. What are you trying to look for specifically? Is it web development, Python, or where are those resources that you're looking for? To do what? Good question, by the way. I'm just going to go ahead and share this while we wait. You want to do app development. Well, the first thing you're going to have to do is, with app development, is think Android or iOS. Am I transitioning from web development? Like things like that. So what are you looking for as far as app development goes? I'm sorry about the wait here. I'm just sharing this. All right, there's one. Go ahead and post it. It's got to post this to Twitter, all the Twitters. Sultan Tech, you retracted your message. How can I read it? Go ahead. So I just shared this to my Facebooks and now my Tweeties. Don't hate me, please. Front end. So Sultan Tech. So iOS. So I think it's like Swift. And I don't know if Free Code Camp has a lot of that on there. Let's just go ahead and look it up. So right now I'm just going to open up Free Code Camp here and see what they got going on. I think this is more for web development, but it is free. Have you heard of Free Code Camp, Sultan Tech? Nah, I think this is all web development. You know, my best bet is to look specifically for YouTube channels that deal with that, and then go deeper into, thank you very much, and then go into web, like web tutorials. I'm sure you've already done that though, but that's what I did when I was looking for stuff. And eventually I had to move to either books or online courses. Not saying that you absolutely have to, but I get that it can be expensive for some people. But that might be just what you have to do. I mean, it depends on like how much time or how stuck are you, and maybe take an investment, take $10 and put that into a Udemy course or do a book or something like that. Although you can find a lot of books online for free on Swift or like Java, or what is it, Kotlin now that they're using. So check it out. If we look at Swift, they have a lot of documentation. That might be good to go through, but it all depends on how far along you are in programming. I have this bagel here that I want to eat, but I'm really afraid to eat it on camera because that would be kind of rude. I ordered it not thinking it all the way through. What do you use at your job? Node.js, Express? I'm a front-end developer, so all those front-end development technologies is what I use. You know, I don't want to get too into like specifics about technology because that would break my non-disclosure agreement, which you don't want to do. But a lot of these front-end developer things I use, so HTML, CSS, and then moving forward, things that you would think of like React or Angular JS and stuff like that. But the most important thing is just the most important thing I've learned over the last few, like 2 or 3 years, is get your JavaScript down. Like get that JavaScript down as good as you can, parsing line by line, learning about all the vocabulary. Like this is a variable, this is a function expression, this is a string, this is a Boolean, this is type of this. This is how the compiler works. This is how a method is. This is what an object is. This is how we can get those things out. These are the different array methods that we have. For those of you that don't know, it's a function like on an object. Oh no, how objects work, how the prototype chain works, object-oriented programming. All those things are what really is going to help you go way farther because you'll understand what the frameworks are doing, or at least have some sort of an understanding like, oh, okay, well, we put this into a function which takes these parameters, which are in an array, and then it will chain on to the next one, things like that. What's up? What's up, Christ Center Dev? You're learning a lot of JavaScript right now. That's how you do it. Going through the DOM and regular expressions, regex, that's another thing. But to be honest, I learned regex a little bit like on the Coding Train, which is a YouTube channel here, but I haven't really dug deep into regex because I've never had like, when I need it, it's like super specific, but not specific enough to like learn how to write regex. So good stuff. Let me know A. That's an amazing screen name, by the way. A, let me know if that answers your question. Can't do it. I can't do it on camera. It's too gross. I ordered this thing for breakfast and I did not think it through. But I'll spare you guys. I'm not gonna eat on camera. That's too realistic. Hyper reality TV. Want someone to eat a bagel? Like who did that? Macaulay Culkin? Like he ate a pizza and it went viral? I don't want to be that. Yeah, man. It's tomato and bacon and cream cheese, but I'll spare you. I'll spare you. I just looking at them. I'm going to put it behind my laptop so I don't get distracted here. Yeah. What's everyone else been up to? Although I will drink coffee in front of you because it helps me stay alert. I can make some dumb joke about Java. Ha ha ha. I shall refrain. You should go to the restroom and really eat that amazing bagel. No, I'll be respectful of your guys' time. That's one of the things I've been trying to be more aware of is, you guys spend some time here to watch a show or be on a live stream, so I want to make sure to that I'm being respectful of everyone else's time that spends like 8 to 30 minutes to an hour. There's been, not to name names, but I kind of did like a inventory. By inventory, I mean like I kind of looked around, right, to see all the different YouTubers out there that's within the same like industry or the same niche, and seeing who does great things. And I came across a YouTuber that like he has these videos that are like blogs or vlogs that have nothing to do with like actual web development or the topic that he has. And then like about 7 minutes in or something, he'll be like, okay, let's get into it. And that's, I don't want to do that. I don't think that's respectful of your time. So I'm trying to cut down the videos to the right amount of, to the right length with the React developer degree and stuff, or the React portfolio. I recognize that, hey, these videos are way too long and the content is not as respectful as it should be. So going about the answer very long-windedly, I just want to respect your time. So, but sometimes it's nice to know what's going on in your life. Yeah, let me tell you. I'll tell you about, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Here's a bagel with tomatoes and bacon. It's so good. I dropped it too. Does that satiate your interest about my life? So, yeah, I get that too. It's a hard balance, man. It's a hard balance between personal life and development life. And I'm still trying to figure it out every day. A says, I've been learning Node.js, excellent, Express, and EJS. For those of you who don't know, I think EJS, isn't that like it's like a templating language, I think. Kind of like Pug or more like Handlebars, like the OG. Let me know if that's right, A. Trying to build a web app, then apply for jobs. Yeah, that's about the right way to go about it, man. And I'm also like, again, I keep on saying this, strengthen your fundamentals, whether that be through algorithms or going through books like you don't know JS. Front-end Masters is great. It's really great, but it can be intimidating. So I think you're on the right path. The only thing that I would stress is, again, build up that JavaScript knowledge. So do algorithms, go through the documentation on MDN and write it out. And I would open up a console. So you can do like with Control-Shift-I or Control-Shift-J on a Mac and open up the developer console and go through it line by line and write it out. I mean, there's a lot you can do. The Ninja says, "Oh wow, you look like a completely different person." Thanks. I've heard that. So like, even just like since I started my new job, I was like, that was the last day I shaved. I was like, gotcha, suckers. I'm never shaving again. Ironically, like I'm dying to shave, but I'm gonna wait it out, see how I feel after this challenge with Front-End Masters. And I'm just gonna let it grow, just for like the sake of interest. Like, oh yeah, he's got a larger beard. And I've also been working out a lot more and eating healthier. Sans, excluding this bagel with cream cheese and bacon. But thanks. It's good. Got to come up with fresh ones in a while. Yeah. So, yeah, the beard is getting kind of homely. I'm excited to go to a barber, whether I keep the beard or not. You guys gotta let me know in the comments what you think of it. So far, the response has been overwhelmingly positive. But I mean, who's gonna be like, oh, that beard looks like that beard looks like shit. You should cut it off. So, honesty is the best policy. Christ Center Dev says, yeah, I like going through algorithm challenges on CodeWars. That is great, very good. It's helped me learn more JS, and being able to see how others write the solution also improves my code too. Absolutely. And if you don't understand it or like you can't solve it, I keep on hearing people say like, try to solve it on your own, try to solve it on your own. Yes, you should, but there's like, you have to have like a set, like you have to have a skill set first. And sometimes you're not going to get that when you try to solve it on your own. You may not be ready, but that doesn't mean you can't keep on learning algorithms. Find the solution, find a few solutions, and like, reverse engineer it. Go through console logs, learn how to set breakpoints. And at this point, you're learning how to debug too. You're not just learning about the code and how it's working and how to debug, which you'll need to use in a job. But anyway, and getting those critical thinking skills. So you learn how to set the debugger and then step through the code line by line on Chrome. It's going to be super valuable for you because you'll step by each function, see what it does, see what the values are assigned or not, and understand, what it's thinking, and learn about the program itself. Look up the definitions. Like, okay, well, I don't know what this is. Like, say it's a push or it's a splice, or it's like a recursive function. And so, it calls itself until it doesn't. That's going to be super helpful for you beyond algorithms. The Ninja says, I look good this way. More serious. I am more serious. I'm super serious. Look at this thing. Like, this is like an adult jacket. Like, it cost me like $50. So, but underneath, I have my Udacity shirt. So, who knows? Who knows? I don't know about Udacity though. I try to keep it hidden here. I don't have any affiliation with the Udacity. Oh, I don't have any affiliation with Front-End Masters, but I've been talking to Mark. He's a great guy, super cool. I just love the way that the courses have been set up. Like, you can see that it came from like a front-end developer's perspective instead of like a e-learning for everyone perspective. So very cool that way. Anyway, that's something that always comes up, by the way, in all my e-learning like reviews and stuff, that I really am like, come on, guys. Like, some people accuse me of being paid by the company, which is really nice, but you got to disclose that up front, and I'm not. So I wouldn't be paid by every single company to do a review, right? So that's something I always deal with. That it really grinds my gears, so to speak. Yeah, algorithms, super dope. Let's see if I can add some more people here. Let's see if I can share this to any other outlets. Maybe LinkedIn. I'm not feeling that. Christ Center Dev says, I wasn't impressed with what Udacity taught during the front-end nano degree. I kept having to find outside resources to learn from. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I expected to take outside learning resources, but at that price point now, at the price point that they're asking, like over $1,000, is not worth it, in my opinion. Sometimes the instructors, and maybe it's gotten better. That's the thing too. Maybe it's gotten better, but the code reviews sometimes aren't great. And it's great that they have those courses there, but they're just way too superficial. Then they say, go learn on your own, which means go find other courses to learn on. Go through documentation. Yes, that's true. But at that price point, I think they should have a little more in there. Carthy's Share Corner. Hi. Can I use Angular, Material, and Bootstrap 4 together in the same project? You sure can. You sure? Well, I don't know why you'd want to Angular Material. Can you be more specific, like Angular, or do you mean like Material UI? Let me know in the comments. You can use Angular and Bootstrap together. Most definitely. You can use Angular and Material UI together. You cannot use the Material UI and Bootstrap. You probably can, but you're gonna have some collisions there together. So I hope that answers your question there. If not, I can always clarify. Yeah, it's getting kind of funky, this beard. I think I'm gonna have to trim it up or like grow it out. I want a handlebar mustache. It'd be most excellent. I will say I do get a little more respect now. I think it's because people think I'm 40 years old. So there's that. Without the beard, mid-20s. With the beard, pushing 40. So give me just a moment. I'm going to go, let's see. Actually, no, we're good. We're good. The Ninja says, with Flexbox and CSS Grid, is there really no need for CSS frameworks nowadays? That's not true. Frameworks are a way to speed up development and also reduce maintainability of the code, but it really depends on the project itself and how skilled your developers are. When you have something like Bootstrap, it has it's like a common framework that everyone can get around or you can hire for. Like, people have used that before in or outside of your development. When you make a custom CSS framework, they have to learn the framework, and they also have to be up to that specific skill level sometimes. Maybe you have some Sass that has some for loops that make some helper classes. Do you know how that works? Or do you know how to use it? Or do you know how to alter it? Those are also important things. So, something to think about. I would encourage doing both on projects. First, try to do a CSS, all on your own, and then get a framework and try to do it like almost all frameworky. And then I would go back to CSS and try to use both together. And then, just constantly iterating over that. Like for me, my next project, I'm going to do 0 frameworks because I'm using Flexbox and it's just for me and it's a personal project and I can learn how to make my own framework there and improve my SCSS. So I went through a lot of courses on front-end masters about Sass, about CSS, about SMAX, and I'm ready to implement those. So I'm looking forward to that and not using a framework, which is going to be tougher. But with React, you can pull in some modules like a modal and stuff. And so I'll be doing some of that. I hope that answers your question there. Good question. Good question. And if you guys do like the content, as always, give me some of these likes. Let me know how I'm doing. Helps push the channel forward. We have been doing pretty good, I will say, on the channel. I think I'm up to 400 and let's see. Sorry, 4,800 subscribers, a little over that. So moving right up to 5,000. Once you get up to 5,000, you can start applying to like affiliate, like marketing networks. And then I'm leaving my job so I can barely make above the poverty level. No, don't do that. Don't think that you're going to do that. So yeah, definitely don't do that. As you can see, the mustache is starting to get in the way. You got to be super careful with how you drink and stuff. Drink and eat. It's a new experience for me. I thought maybe I'll get a tattoo. I kind of want a tattoo. I want to do something spontaneous. And then I thought, better not really. So this was a compromise. This is the closest thing. It's like, oh, maybe I'll just get this instead of a tattoo. What's everyone else been up to, by the way? What part of the world are you watching from? So while I wait for some more questions to come in, what's on the agenda today is, of course, front-end masters. It's mostly JavaScript, all JavaScript, finishing up a course on CSS animations. I really can't wait to do a full review on this because this is one of my favorites as a working professional. It's been great. I can use it for debugging and stuff, and that's probably the biggest help was learning how the code works with Will Sentence and then going through all the debugging courses. That also helps you learn JavaScript and really help improve your code. And Kyle Simpson has some great courses too. I just haven't taken a lot. I'm only through one of them. It's a 9-hour course, so I'll have to have some more courses from him to give you a better assessment. I've taken them before, but I was not at the right level to be taking some of these courses and getting the most out of them. Christ Center Dev says, yeah, I've had that problem with lip hair. It gets annoying. I'm 2 hours north of Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, nice. Ricky, do you know a good course or book for JS testing? I do not. I wish I knew more about testing, but I just don't. Really, I wish. And that's probably on the agenda towards the end of the year, is to get better at UI testing. So I'm excited. Keep the questions coming. Again, for this year, the main goal is to go from a professional to an expert. That's really what I'm looking forward to. Other than just being a good developer, I'm ready to become a great developer, and I want to be up there with some of my peers. Can I do that in a year? I don't know. Can I get a lot closer in a year? Oh, yeah. And so doing things like, just blasting through front-end masters, making it my second job, that's a great way to shorten the gap. And then, of course, applying it to experience. James says, James Phillips Media, check Academy MindPage. He has some good testing videos. Yeah, that's Maximilian. He's pretty good. I can attest to that. I like that guy, a German guy. Christ Center Dev says, I am hoping to learn about testing so I can see myself above other junior devs. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Also doing like big projects that you can do by yourself end to end is a great way to go above junior devs, which is kind of weird for me because I never did it any other way. Like I got to do the content, I got to do the SEO, I've got to do the development, the design, and host it. So that's also a great way to show that you're above average. What makes a good dev a great dev? Communication, technical communication, and communication in general. So I've done a great job, in my opinion, of improving my basic communication skills that will work in any situation, professional situation. Personal situation, totally different story. So learning how to convey your concerns or the objectives or ask clarifying questions, all without like pissing someone off, takes skill. And anyone can do that at any level. And that's going to boost you up a little bit. And then to get it to a great senior dev is also learning how to communicate technically. So this is what the code is doing. This is what we'd like to do. This is how the environment should work. And then being able to execute with little to no supervision on your projects. That's probably the biggest thing. It's like, oh, you can take this from end to end. We'll give you something to do. Like, hey, you need to make XYZ work. You say, okay. And then you go do it, all while being smart about it and implementing these processes. So I believe that's what makes a great senior dev. And so I'm pushing towards the more of the technical communication. I can take a project from end to end, quote unquote, no problem, and communicate, quote unquote, no problem, with the soft skills and those. But the technical communication, really diving deep into that JavaScript and web development is what's lacking, and I need to improve. Philip says, has anyone played with the NetFly CMS? It's open source and built with React. I have not. I've been thinking about headless CMS, like maybe doing like I want to do like another personal project, like for like a business or something, and pro bono, and then like doing maybe headless CMS so they can like change things, but I haven't thought about it yet. So. This message is held for review. Hold on, Phillips. I'll let it. I will allow it. There we go. So if you want to check out that CMS, it's in the comment section there. All good questions. All good questions. And if you guys have like any experience or any differing opinions in mind, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I don't know where they are, here or down here, but that's going to help a ton with this discussion here. And I don't know all the answers either, so I recommend that you do that. So the comment section has been a little bit sparse today. So we're coming up on 30 minutes. If we want to keep on going, by all means, you gotta leave some questions here, and I'd be more than happy to go. Otherwise, we can start wrapping this up. But I'll wait for some questions. No big deal. And again, if you're watching this at a later time, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get to you as soon as possible. I'm pretty good about it. So yeah, by all means. And then if you like the content, let me know by liking the content, or if you haven't subscribed and you're liking the content, consider subscribing. What kind of videos did you guys want to see in the future? I always ask that all the time. And let me tell you what I have in mind for the next challenge. After I'm done with this like mega front-end masters challenge, I kind of hinted to it. I'm not seeing a course for Max on JS testing. Christ Center Dev says, after I know that Stephen Greider has some too, but I don't know how good they are. Getting sidetracked here. After this front-end masters challenge, what I plan to do is take all that experience that I've learned and make a full stack like application for like a coffee shop or like a small business, pro bono, and upping up the camera, the production value, and sharing that with you guys. So what do you think about that? I'll take it from end to end, but at the same time, I'm not going to do like coding. I'll show you like what I've used. Like I decided to use React for this project, and then show you the resources that I found that helped me, rather than like doing it step by step. I feel like that is more like what the channel is about anyway, and it can help give you the resources to do your own. So, this is how I did content management. I learned it from these courses or these resources like HubSpot or this place in Front-End Masters. This is where I learned about marketing. Here's Seth Godin, and then setting it up. Like I used React. You can look at the documentation here or take these courses from Tyler McGinnis. Let me know what you guys think about that, if that's something that would interest you. And then going end to end, interviewing like the business owner and going from there. Because I think that would be, I don't think I've seen that too much. And it's more like, it still stays on topic of the channel about learning and e-learning resources and also doing your own thing and advancing as a developer. And you can see me advance as well. Really just throwing all my skills at this one project, from marketing to content creation to web development, front end and back end. I'd like to get a Node.js online ordering system. I'm not really afraid of it anymore. It just takes a little bit of time. Nice. And then the comment section is like totally silent. Like, that's not what we asked for. We don't want that. All right. So it's been a little over 30 minutes here. So again, if you like the content, let me know with a like. If not, no big deal. Next, I'll have a short video coming out this week. I'll try to get it out today or tomorrow. And then the update for Front-End Masters coming next week. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.